Our next speaker, Alisa Hovagimian Unell, a hospital chaplain in Pennsylvania, serves as the Religious Affairs Coordinator for the Armenian Council of America.
Reverend clergy, distinguished guests, honorable leaders of the community, ladies and gentlemen, I am humbled and proud to speak to you all today on behalf of the Armenian Council of America. Today, we, along with people all across the world, remember the first genocide of the 20th century. Today marks the day in history when 107 years ago in Constantinople, present-day Istanbul, more than 300 Armenian leaders, writers, and professionals were rounded up, deported, and killed, along with 5,000 ordinary Armenians who were brutally butchered in the streets and in their homes. Over 1.5 million Armenian lives were methodically and maliciously taken by the Turkish government. Lands, property, churches, and other pillars of Armenian culture were vandalized, desecrated, and destroyed. These were acts of hatred and violence, and they have yet to be atoned for. In fact, they have been compounded, as we've seen by the Turkish government's 107-year policy of denial, all the way to the outright aggression seen in the 44-day war, whereby Azerbaijan's tyrant Aliyev, aided by his Turkish counterpart Erdogan, proceeded to attack and destroy the Armenian peoples in Artsakh. This was a continuation of their forefathers' legacy of raping, killing, and pillaging the Armenian people and their ancestral lands. The Armenian survivors of the genocide, who were spread to the far corners of the world in diaspora, have fought tirelessly for recognition of the crimes against humanity perpetrated by the Turkish government. We have time and time again offered the hand of friendship, only to have it thrown back at us in contempt. For decades, the world ignored our plight and turned a blind eye to the truth in the name of expediency. But it is now that the world truly sees the price to be paid for their willful ignorance. From the wars in the Middle East, to genocides in Asia and Africa, to full-pitched battles on the fields of Europe, the world can no longer ignore the terrors that are bred by indifference to hatred. Convenience and expediency are not worth the barrels of Azeri oil that are stained with Armenian blood. And losing one's soul is not worth the laundered money that is soaked with Armenian blood. So now, more than ever, it is clear that if the Armenian people are to ever find peace and comfort in their homelands, there must be a change of heart from their neighbors. We call upon the United States to continuously reaffirm recognition of the Armenian genocide. We call upon them to apply the necessary available pressures upon those who would deny it, and they must come to terms with these crimes that were committed 107 years ago. We also call upon the U.S. administration to take a stand against these fascist regimes, these regimes that aim to harm not just Armenia, but other neighbors and minorities in the region. Stop arming and stop giving funds to Turkish and Azeri fascist and dictatorial regimes. Only then can a true and lasting peace begin throughout the region. Only then can the pain and generational trauma endured be addressed and begin to heal. Thank you.